this one is going to be more of a motivational speech, just coming from the heart, because like I said before, everything that I try to put out there is to try to inspire or motivate somebody that's doing what I'm doing. So this motivational speech is going to be about don't give up. And I'm really saying that because I was thinking, I'm like, dang, you know, I'm going through so much trying to really pursue my dreams in trucking. And there's a lot of times, like I've said in plenty of my videos, to where I was like, man, I just want to say, you know, F this. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, I'm about to go local. I'm about to just quit and just give up on everything that I had planned out. So my message to you guys is, if you truly have trucking in your heart, or just like it's really like you eat, you breathe, you sleep trucking, do it. Don't give up, because anything that you really want, it's not going to be handed to you. You have to struggle. As they say, you have to pay your dues. It's not going to be easy. So, you know, you have to have your anchor of why you're doing trucking. So my anchor is, I want to have a fleet. Well, no, I changed that. I don't want to have a fleet, but I would like to have at least 3 trucks that I own, to where I can put, you know, 3 people in it, to where I'm not even driving anymore. But obviously, to do something like that, it's not going to be an overnight success. And I'm starting to realize that. And, you know, it's going to get to a point to where anybody else that's jumping into, you know, the trucking industry, you have to realize that. Because if you don't realize that, as I've always said before, this trucking industry will chew you up, spit you out, and won't care. You know, getting into the trucking industry, this ain't checkers, this is chess. I mean, down to dispatchers, down to you know, traffic, down to the shippers, down to these receivers. All this stuff is a trucking game that you have to build your skills up on, to where you playing chess, to where you doing a checkmate. Once you get in the checkmate, they can't make no more moves, because you done master all your moves on the board, to where you got so skillful to where you achieving your goal. So, you know, since I've been out here, I've been going through a lot. You know, like I told y'all before I came out here, I had a pretty decent job. I was married. You know, I had a house. My aunt, you know, she was still living. You know, my sister wasn't in an accident. But since I came out here, got a divorce, you know, gave up the house. My sister been in a really bad accident, to where that almost mentally messed me up. My aunt died. She was actually watching my kids for me while I was out here. So good thing I had a plan B, to where my sister watched them, my children. But now when my sister got them, she got in a really bad accident. So it goes to show you that, even though, and I'm not the only person making YouTube videos, because this is obviously a trucking community that I'm actually growing to love. I mean, I'm really growing to love the fact that us as trucking people can come together and converse about our experiences to help the next person come out. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Or even to just help anybody that's already been out. Because the last video I said, you know, if you're not learning anything no more, then maybe it's time for you to give up trucking. So even these veterans, you know, some of these videos can help maybe give y'all a message that y'all might didn't even know. And anybody can use motivation. Like, you can have 20 years in the game. But who's to say that you can't use some kind of words that can push you to the next level in anything you're doing, not even just trucking, you know? So like I said, I mean, I've had all those obstacles. Losing aunt, sister accident, divorce, lose the house. I mean, but did I quit? I wanted to, and sometimes I still think about it. But did I quit? No. And sometimes I do, but you know what? I'm going to push forward, because at the end of the day, my independence and having my own business, to where maybe I can afford my family, my sons, just the whole independence of financial is just the major reward that's going to come from me paying my dues. So for all the newbies that's coming out, don't think that you're going to come straight out here and just be all raining money on your head. Don't think that that's going to happen, because that's far from the truth. Your first year is going to be the tryingest year you've ever had to deal with, especially if you know you have to deal with being an OTR. Most likely you are. So within that first year, especially if you in the leasing side, it's trying. Like, it's going to try you out to see if you built for it, because everybody's not built for trucking. Like, everybody don't have the mental, everybody don't have the capability to actually, you know, get in and stay in. Like, you have to be just so thick-skinned that no matter what you go through, you just brush it off. Like, all right, you know, I'm good, you know. This is life. Life goes up and down. It goes up and down. You just gotta ride the wave. You gotta get a surfboard. Like Beyonce say, surfboard, and ride the wave. Like, ride it. Ride it like a real soldier. I mean, I was in the National Guard, so one of the sayings was, suck it up and drive on. So pretty much things that happen, and it's not even just in trucking. You gotta suck it up and drive on. That's the only way you're going to survive, you know? Because if I was like a softie or somebody that was just so sensitive about everything, I probably would have quit after the first month of coming out here by myself. I would have just thrown in the towel, turned this trucking, and said, you know what, I quit trucking. I don't want to deal with this. But I'm the type of person where I'm competitive and I love a challenge. So my thing is, as long as all my apples are lining up to where they can fit in my basket, I'm gonna work it. So I'm still able to work this without having to quit. Like I said, some situations you can't get around. Like, for instance, just say like something really bad happened to where, cause obviously, you know, you have to have somebody care for your children. So if all your caregivers are not there anymore, then I have no choice now but to go home to be with my children. But if all my caregivers are still, you know, supporting me and watching my kids, and my kids are safe, then I still have a chance to pursue this business venture that I'm trying to do. So, like I said, at the end of the day, don't give up. Don't give up. Push, push, push. Find your reason, write it down, embed it in your head, keep it right here, here, keep it there. And like, when I say embed it, like a computer program software, embed it so much that you eat, sleep, and breathe this trucking thing. Because until you do, those doubts or those people in your ear, they can possibly destroy the success that you're going to eventually get. If you stick with something, and if you stick with trucking long enough, doors are going to open. After you get through your first year, that's when all the doors really start opening, because a lot of times, like I said, for other local companies to want to look at you, or even OTR companies, or even like say you just want to buy a truck, you know, insurances, or just anything dealing in trucking, they really won't give you chances and start looking at you until you got that 12 months under your belt or more. But 12 months is, like I said before, the basis to where the doors will start opening, you start flooding in opportunities. So you really got to take that in consideration, and you have to mentally strengthen yourself to where anything that's thrown your way, just smile through it. Smile through it. That's why if y'all seeing half the videos where I be going through a bunch of nonsense, I joke about it. Oh, I just laugh. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, guys, it's crazy. I mean, stuff is what you make it. And the more you worry about something, and the more you just so angry or just have a really bad attitude about it, it gets worse. But the more you kind of calm down and just get through it, it subsides after a while. Storms don't last forever. Storms do stop raining after a while, and the sun does come back out. So once you realize these principles, that can help you get through pretty much, you know, anything in life, because life is just what it is. If you're living and on this earth, there's no way you're not going to go through something. Everybody got issues in their life, but the key is not what you go through, it's how you go through it. And if you're able to be resilient, and every time you fall, you stand back up, then you win. You know, you won the game. Like I said, this ain't checkers, this is chess, guys. So you got to learn the chess game and play. You got to play to win. You got to play to win. So that's just my motivational speech on just, come on now, don't give up. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in myself. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't still be doing it. Like I said, every now and then the thought try to come at me, like the devil be trying to mess with my mental to say, you can't do this, you need to quit. And I be looking like the angel on, like, you know how you got the Satan on this side, and then you got the angel on this side, and then bad person be telling you need to quit. You know you can't do this. You got all these problems at home, this, that. Girl, don't listen to him. You got this. You got all these skills. You done invested all this time. Don't listen to her. You can't do this. If you keep doing this, something else, nothing bad's going to happen. More doors are going to open. So you got to teeter-totter. Obviously, you don't want to give in to Satan. You want to give in to your angel, your guardian angel. So, you know, you can do it, guys. You can do it. It's all about the attitude. If you fix your attitude and you have a positive, optimistic attitude, I promise you, things will eventually go good for you and things will be all right. So, time is of the essence, everyone. I'll be getting back with y'all. I hope everybody's having a safe and lovely night. And, you know, as I always do, deuces.